We're going to go ahead and jump into assignment 4. Assignment 4, again, all formula based, but we're actually looking at counting. We're looking at counting 3 different ways. So to give you a quick hint, if you want to jump ahead, this is going to be using the count function. This is going to be using the count a function, which counts actual strings or words. Okay, count just counts numbers. And then we're going to be using the countif function. It'll count it if it meets a certain criteria. So let's go down and jump into the devices worksheet. And here we go. Count the number of CUSD numbers, which, by the way, those are numbers. Count the number of devices, which those are words. And count the number of computers with Windows 7 as an operating system. So let's look at the OS. There's all of these OSs, and we want to count it only if it is Windows 7. So again, this is going to be count. This is going to be count A. And this is going to be count if. So if you want to go ahead and give that a shot, go ahead and give it a shot. And pause this and come back to it if you need to. So here we go. To go ahead and start this, again, because this is a formula, we have to start it with equals. And I'm going to type in count. By the way, notice it has all of these. Those are all the different ways you can count something. So I'm going to go ahead and click count. And notice it says the number of numeric values in a data set. All right. So it says value 1, comma, value 2. I'm going to go ahead and say count that. Notice it just did A colon A. That's the entire range. Oh, it even tells me what the answer is going to be. That looks about right. So there you go. There's the count of CUSD numbers. It's not adding them. It's not doing anything. It's just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, give you a second if you want to pause before I do the second one. All right, to count the number of devices. Again, it's a formula, so I'm going to say equals, and I'll type in count. And I told you it was going to be count A, but let's see what the help text says. Count the number of values in a data set. So that's the number of things. Okay, this can be words. So these are counting the number of devices. So let's go ahead and do this. Here's all my devices. Now, I don't want it to count this one, so I'll start there, and I'll highlight all the way to the bottom. Okay. Close my parentheses and hit enter. I've got 808 devices. So it looks like, let's see, looks like we're missing some CUSD numbers. Let's see, equals the total number of devices minus the total number of CUSD numbers. I have 144 devices that don't have a number on them. That's a problem. Okay, next one. And again, if you've got this, if you think you've got it, go ahead and pause this and do it. All right, to get started, again, equals count if. A conditional count across a range. So I want it to count operating systems if it's a Windows 7. So I'm going to say count all of that, comma. By the way, notice instructions disappear until you hit the comma. And what's the criteria? I want it to be that. Enter. Or sorry, close parenthesis, enter. So notice all I did to say that one is I just clicked on F29. There's another way to do it. Equals count if. Same range, comma. And what if, so notice in parentheses means that it's actual text. So I'm going to go parentheses when 7. End parentheses, or end quotations, end parentheses. Okay. Let's try this again. Control C. So what if I accidentally typed in lowercase when? Doesn't seem to matter. What if I accidentally typed in without a space? That matters. What if I accidentally typed it in with a space afterwards? That matters. Okay, so just notice how you can do that. What if I would have said count everything that is, let's go with Mac 10.3.9 equals count if all of those, comma. I just wanted if it's that thing. By the way, notice there's 13. I could also have counted these. There's 9 of those. There's only 1 of those. There's 0 of those. 1 of those. Okay, so you can, whatever you select, that is what it will count. Okay, close parentheses, and I'm done. So there we went ahead and have it. We just did different ways of counting things that are in a data set. Hope that helps.